Everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for this video. Today we're going to go over how much I was able to save in November. So I'm going to be unstuffing from my envelopes and going over all the numbers. I've been doing this little review for myself since, I've been doing it all year actually. Yeah, since January. I have this sheet right here. This is a printable that I made, which I have on my Patreon. If you join, you'll have access to all the printables I use on my channel. But I have this printable that I've been keeping track of all the amounts that I have saved for the month, because I just like to review all of this. It's nice to just, see where I'm at when it comes to saving. So I'm going to go over that in this video and just go over the numbers. So first up, we're going to go into my savings binder here. And I have some challenges that I like to just start over at the beginning of the month, since now we're in December. My next cash stuffing, I will be doing new challenges for some of these. Some of these I do roll over, but I still like to note how much I actually saved for the month. So yeah, we'll go over the ones first that I plan on taking out and putting into, some of it's going into just straight into a savings, some of it's going into envelopes. So I'll go over that too. But first envelope that I'm going to be unstuffing is this November savings, which for me this month was a $5 savings challenge. So I'm going to write that here. Last month I had a $5 savings challenge and I saved $45. So let's see how much I saved from this one. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, $60 just in this challenge. Okay, so that will be going into another envelope. The next challenge that I'm unstuffing is the $100 Treat Yourself Challenge. This one is one that's from my shop, so if you're interested in this challenge, you can purchase it over there. This one's fun because you get to color in the little treats. And this one had different amounts. It had 5s, 10s, 15s, and a 20. So I feel like those are manageable amounts. I haven't done, have I done this one? Here for this next. No, this was my first time doing this one. So I'm going to write Treat Yourself. So I don't have anything to compare to it, but that's okay. In this one I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, $55 from this challenge. 55. And I'll be doing a different one for this one. Next we have the Roll the Dice challenge. I always like to have a challenge where I get to roll some dice. So I had this one because it was like a cute fall theme, Chasing Honey. This one's from Mojo Budgets. So this one I was able to save 20, 25, 30, $31 in this challenge. Last month I did 33 in the challenge I did last time. Okay, so about the same. So that's 33. I'm sorry, did I say 33? 31. $31 for this month. And then the next one that I'm unstuffing is the Dollar Savings Challenge. This one is just dollar bills here. Last month I had 21. So this month I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So about the same as last time. So $1 challenge. That's 20. Okay, and all that it's going into, it's going to go into an envelope, which I'll go over in a bit. Okay, so those are all the ones that I'm unstuffing from here. But then I have one more that I am unstuffing in my binder. This is just extra savings. This is going straight into a savings account. Right here, I should have $100 in here. So I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, $100. This is all going into savings. Okay, $100. So I'm gonna put extra savings. And then I will start over in December and see how much I saved then. Last month I did 95. So I did about the same as I did last month. And then this one I'm gonna zero out. Taking the 100 out, taking it, putting it in the bank. Okay, so that one's done. Next, I have a couple of savings challenges that I don't unstuff, but I do like to track how much I saved towards them for the month because I'm still working on them. First one is Cash Stash, which I still have all the amount here. This one I don't finish until I'm done with it because it is a like coloring one, like a page one that I'm coloring in. This one right here. So I've been working on it. I should put the like when I started this, but I've been working on this for I feel like a few months, and this I still have some spaces I need to fill in. So still working on it, but I do want to note how much I saved. So I'm gonna grab my sheets here. I always note my amounts on my sinking funds tracker sheets here. So I'm going to get all those together so it makes it a little bit easier for me to figure out the numbers. Oh, and then people always ask me about my paper, the paper that I use to write all this stuff down. I always try to use, this paper is not my favorite. I don't know what paper this is, but I'm trying to work through it because I have it, so I've just been printing on it. I prefer to print on like a heavier weight paper, preferably like a 32-pound paper. Also, I like a bright white paper, but that's just preference. It's a little bit more expensive, so if you don't want to spend that much, oh, you know what? I'll link a paper that's kind of, it's not white. It's not white. I bought it for my shop, and when I bought it, I realized it's more like beige toned. Yeah. So, but you get a lot more paper. And I was hoping that it would work for my shop, but I don't like that I just see yellow on the paper. But if you don't care about that stuff and it's a nice heavy 32-pound, I'll link the paper that I bought that I think will work well for this, which I plan on using it for this. In my next setup video, I'll print on that paper. But yeah, I like a 32-pound, 24-pound too is good. Just like regular printer paper. I'm like the regular quality printer paper. Not a fan of that for this, just preference wise, but you could totally use that too. But yeah, I like at least a 24, but 32 is the best, but it's a little bit more expensive, like I said. Okay, so that's my paper type that I like. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. So I'm going to figure out how much I was able to save in Cash Stash for November. And the way that I do that is I go on my sinking funds trackers and I see the amounts that I actually put into each of these envelopes for the month, and then just add those up. It's pretty simple. So here I have Cash Stash. I plan on doing 5, but I actually did 2 numbers this week, so I did 5 and 10. So that's 15. And then this week, so there's only 4 weeks that I cash stuffed in November. This week I did 25. This week I did 50. That's a nice high number. And then this one I did 30. All right, so I did a total of 120 for Cash Stash for November. Last month I did 120. Same amount. Cool. Okay, and then next I have one more that I'm going to figure out. So I just started up the 100 envelope savings challenge again. So it'll be easy to see the numbers that I did, but I'm going to go off my sheets and see what I did. So let's do 100 envelope. There. Okay, and then here we're going to count the 100 envelope ones, which here I did 11. Then this week I did 14. Okay, I did 2 numbers here. I did 144. And then this week I did 39. Okay, so 208 went into 100 envelope. Cool. And that one's a new one. So I haven't done this one since the last time I did it was in July. I stopped doing it before my trip because I had finished it in July, took a few months off, and then I started the challenge up again. I'm excited because that's a really good challenge. It's hard, but the payoff is great once you've saved all the money. The other thing I want to note, I like to note how much money I put into savings thanks to leftover money. So I have a wallet. It's not near me, so I'll show it, but I have a wallet and I have some envelopes in there that I spend from each week. They are spending, eating out, coffee, groceries, and I have a little buffer money. That's my weekly spending that I budget every week. And then I try my best to not overspend. So I have a little bit left over and I could put it into savings, which is what I tend to do every week. There's always something left over. Some envelopes like coffee, I never have left over in that envelope unless I'm like sick and I can't have coffee. But most of the times I do have like a little bit left over in buffer or like eating out and spending, and I'll take that money and then put it into savings challenges, which helps me to hit some of these savings goals a little bit quicker. So I like to just note and yeah, I just like to write down how much I saved just from doing that one like simple little thing. So here I write down how much I had left over, but how much went into savings. So this is another little note that I put on my sheets here every week. So this week I did 27, 31, 53, 67. I had a lot of high numbers because I was kind of busy and I wasn't spending as much as I normally did, but yeah. Have $170 came from leftover money, which looking at my sheet, just from this sheet, is the highest leftover money that I've had for a month. So that's good. And that I just note that there. All right. So that is, I think that's everything I needed to review. All right. I'm going to put this back where it goes in my planner here. Oh, actually in March I had 206. That was the highest one. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna put this back here. All right, and then all the money is unstuffed. Everything is on the tray. Everything has been reviewed. So now I have this money on the tray. 100 of this is gonna just go straight to savings, but the rest of it is going to go into some envelopes. First though, I want to total up how much I actually saved in November. So last month I did 374, which it's going to be more because I'm now doing more challenges. So I know I did better than last month. But let's see the totals. I have 60, 55, 31, 20, 100, 120, and 208. Okay, so this month I was able to save $594. Really good. Again, because I started the 100 envelope and that tends to push me a little harder to put more towards savings when I'm doing that challenge. That's another reason why I like doing that challenge. But yeah, $594. Now over here though, on my tray, I don't have $594. I'm just going to be focusing on these challenge numbers. So I have the $5 challenge, which is 60, treat yourself, 55, roll the dice was 31, and the $1 challenge, which is 20. Those are the ones that I'm going to be putting into a couple of my priority envelopes just to help them out a little bit more. So I have 60, 55, 31, and 20. That gives me 166 that I'm able to work with to put into savings or into envelopes. So last month I did treat yourself, go wild, and month ahead. I think this month I'm going to do treat yourself. Yes, I am going to do that because I'm trying to pay myself back for a bag that I purchased when I went to Paris. I went a little over on my budget, so I dipped into savings. I'm trying to get that money back into savings, so I feel like that is a priority for me right now to get that back into savings. The other one is month ahead. I'm trying to get month ahead on bills, so I'm going to put a little bit of this into that envelope. So month ahead. And then the other one, so last month I did go wild. Actually, I've been doing go wild for a few months. I think I'm going to focus now on tires. My tires envelope is going to get a little bit more this month with this money. So I have 166. We're going to divide that by 3. That leaves me with 55. So I'm going to do, okay, we got 55. We'll do 55 minus 166. Okay, so I'm doing 55 and treat yourself, 55 and month ahead, and 56 in tires. So 55, 55, and 56 is 166. Okay, so that's my breakdown for how this money is gonna go into these envelopes. So I'm gonna grab those envelopes now and put the money into them. So first one is, we'll do month ahead. Month ahead. Okay, right now I have 1,728 in here. So I'm adding 55 into this envelope. So 55. So 50 and then 5. So in cash I have 100, 250, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83. 283, right? Is that what I counted? 283. So that's 1783 and month ahead. 1783. And that was 55. Okay, so that one is good, right? I did that right? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. Okay. Sorry. So month ahead is now at 1783. Okay, next is tires and treat yourself, which I believe are both in this binder. Okay, first up we have tires. This one's getting 56. So I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 56. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56. And tires, I know I need new tires soon, so this will help that one. So we're adding 56, and now the total, I had 80 before I did this, and now I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 15, 16. 116, 8, 80 plus 56, really? Oh, I'm second guessing myself. That's wrong. That's so wrong. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 35, 36. Okay, 136. Why did I count that wrong? I was like, that does not add up right. 136. 136. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, so that is tires. And then next is treat yourself, which is getting 55. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. Treat yourself. And I have 80 in here. I need to pay myself back. I have it written down here. 1,084. So that needs to go back to the bank. And this will help get me a little closer to that. All right, so I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. 135 in treat yourself. Plus 55. Perfect. Getting closer to that goal. All right, and then I should have, hopefully I didn't mess this up. Okay, I hope I should have 100 here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay, perfect. So I do have 100 here. Everything is where it's supposed to go, and that is going to be my November savings review. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Hopefully it inspired you to do something similar and just review your numbers, especially for savings, because I feel like for me, I was never a savings kind of person before I started doing cash envelopes. So it's just fun to see how much I'm actually able to like save, especially with that leftover money. Just even if you just do that part where you're just not overspending on your budgeted amount, weekly amounts, that really, really helps. So those numbers are nice to see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.